Hey, loves. Oh, there's Lynn. We were having technical difficulties. Hey.
How are you? You know what's so funny? Sometimes I was sitting there waiting for you to let me know. I didn't realize because I had to use my phone. And I
Yeah.
have to scroll down further. So I'm like, la-di-da-di-da.
That's so funny. We already have beautiful souls here. We have Jill. Hey, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hey,
Beautiful.
Franny.
Hi,
And we
Franny.
have a purple heart. Whoever is in Goddess Love, you have to tell us your name because it's a private group. So we won't see your name on the screen. So if you want your questions answered, tell us your name. All right. Oh, it's Elizabeth. Okay. Hey, Elizabeth. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. I so enjoyed the last time being on with you.
Well, this is kind of a different thing, though, right?
This is a different thing.
Yeah, because I feel you said you had a message. You felt you had a message for somebody who is struggling, and you said, "Hey, can we do this?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, we could do it." Hey,
Yeah.
Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt very compelled to do this. If I may share a story.
Yes, please do.
When my father was younger, my mom told me the story about him when he was really struggling with mental health. He was um, really on the verge he was going to take his life, and he was driving in a car, and he was probably doing 90 to 100 miles an hour, and he had rock music blaring, and he had really had a difficult life. I mean, textbook bad, and he just couldn't take it anymore, and he was probably 36 at the time, and he was just about to drive into an underpass, and as the music is going on, somebody said into the radio, "Don't do it. Like, Jesus loves you," or something to that effect.
Right.
But don't do it. And he pulled the car over, and then he composed himself, and he came home, and we were able to get him the help he needed. But I really believe that sometimes we're moved to provide a message to someone that is barely hanging on, and
Yeah.
right, and that sometimes words are enough to get someone through whatever it is they need to get through that hour, that minute, that day.
Words are so powerful.
They are.
So
They are.
powerful. And in so many ways, they could be powerful in a trauma, just in speaking unkindly to somebody, but speaking kindly to somebody is also just as powerful. But that's love.
That's love. That's right. And it's, something we really have to work on. And it's funny you say that, because I honestly too wanted to talk tonight before I did the readings about the four agreements, right? About being impeccable with your word.
Great.
I
I have it too.
mean,
This is my Bible. I love
me
that.
too. It's my
Yeah.
Bible, and I have. Where did I put the card deck? I just got a card deck based on the four agreements, and I brought it down here.
Ah,
And I had it on my desk.
well,
And I
you'll
wanted to
find it.
share that.
You'll find it when we're ready. I have the deck too. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Annette.
Going off. Hold on.
Someone wrote, where'd it go?
I'm here. Hold on. Where did I go?
No, not you. The comment.
I know, but where did
I
I'm
lost
trying to
the
find
comment.
you?
Oh, here. Yes, in words. Heal or hurt. Yes, I love that. Heal or hurt.
They
Yes.
do heal or hurt. They absolutely do. I mean, words I think that in the times that we're in right now, I think people have lost the understanding of the power of words. And I hate to say it, but the destructive nature of words as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what you said, heal and hurt. Yeah, it's powerful.
They really are powerful. And not only that, it's the
Yeah.
words we say to ourselves. We are so unkind to ourselves sometimes, right? And we say things that we would never say to other people,
Yeah.
right? So it's being aware of the words internally that we're saying to ourselves throughout the day.
It's so true. It's
And I
so
know a
true.
lot of us struggle with that.
It's because it's what was taught to us,
That's right.
it's you know, deep within us that we've been generation after generation of being told who we are supposed to be and what we are supposed to look like. And, and it's a habit that we can change. I actually had a person today. She had the aha moment during our hypnosis session
Wow.
saying, wow, I'm the one who's speaking to myself unkindly. And I was like, yes, it's true. We have the power. We have the
Yes.
power to change our words to ourselves, you know?
That's why I love narrative therapy. You can actually, with clients, I have them rewrite their stories,
Yeah, that's what I do too in hypnosis.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's so powerful to like look at
So,
something differently and taking yourself out of the victim stance and writing a story, going through the trauma, going through the pain, but then at the end of the story, not being stuck in that cycle of victim stance
right.
and coming out victorious and coming out with a knowing and with knowledge. And it's like Joseph Campbell's model of the tragic hero, right? Going around and going down into the depths of hell and then resurfacing enlightened and illuminated.
Yes. Woo! Chills, chills,
Yeah.
chills. I love it. I love it.
So that's our job, right?
Yeah. So hard. Can you read it? Internally so
Yes.
hard
Yes.
to do.
Internally.
Yeah. We
Yeah. It's
all do. We all do. But when you're struggling with it, catch yourself and be like, oh, I am only doing the best that I can, at this moment. And I'm going to start fresh now and turn the sentence around. If you're calling yourself an unkind word or something, say, oops, nope, wrong. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss.
I love that.
you
It
know?
makes me think of Donna, right? I went to Donna's inner child healing, and
Yeah.
we as women, we often say, I don't know if we said this the last time, but we say, I'm sorry a lot for everything. Like I see myself doing it. I went to Costco and I said, I'm sorry for someone who was in my way. I'm like, why do I do that?
Yeah.
So in her inner child workshop, instead of saying, I'm sorry, we had to say, I'm sexy all day long. And
Ah.
it was like, it felt
uh,
so different, you
yeah.
know?
I actually stopped saying I'm sorry. I mean, for silly little things. I don't know how many years ago, but I was just like, I reword every single thing, and I say it all the time to my friends. Stop saying you're sorry. It's
Yeah,
all good,
that's right. That's
And
right.
I also don't like the words no worries because
Mhm.
that's putting worries out there, the word
Mhm.
worries. So I always say it's all good,
It's
you know,
all good.
it's all
That's
good.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
because the words are so powerful,
And
right?
the I'm sorry's all the time come from where? They come from a shameful space. And
Yes.
shame is honestly, I preach about shame all the time. Shame is toxic. Shame causes suicide. Shame causes drug addiction and relapse. Shame causes promiscuity. Shame causes so many things that you wouldn't normally do, but you feel so badly about yourself because you're shaming
Right.
yourself so much.
Well,
That,
shame is a part of everybody's addiction, and we all have an addiction, food
that's right.
addiction, clothes addiction, Shame is trauma. Yes, Wendy. Yes, you girl.
That's right. Shame is trauma. That's
Yeah. Yeah. And we take it where we were shamed at first, our trauma, and then we continue to shame ourselves. So
yeah,
that's abusing ourselves now because nobody else is doing it to us,
that's right.
because we've stepped out of that situation. So then we're shaming ourselves, and that's the habit that we need to learn to change.
And I really feel that it almost can be distilled down into simply being mindful in the moment, right? I feel like we get ourselves in trouble. Like, I'll be honest with you, this week was a hard week for me emotionally. And I'm like, I'm just in my head too much. I'm not, I was home a lot this weekend. I was like, what is going on with me? Like, why am I feeling homesick because I'm from Long Island, but I'm in
Right.
Virginia. And I realized that, oh my God, I'm so in my head and for so many different reasons. And if I just grounded myself, I did ground myself in my home, ground myself in my candles that are lit, like ground myself,
Mhm.
in the cup of coffee that I'm drinking, like
Right.
experiencing things in the moment.
Yes.
That is in itself so healing and pulls you out of the ego and
Yep.
pulls you out of the shame cycle and pulls you out of the the negative feedback loop that we often get stuck in, right? It's just
Yeah.
being mindful and present and stepping out of yourself. It's
It's
so
so
simple,
so so simple, but it's
so hard.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because people are always busy, going from here to there. When you're grounded, I do it in the shower. I ground in the shower. I ground while I'm driving. Ground, surround, and protect myself
that's right.
constantly, constantly.
The
Yeah,
grounding piece is
yeah.
just so key. So key. This
Wendy
week was
said,
hard. Wanted to be grounding is a great idea. Yeah, Wendy, honestly. And, I feel for you. I don't know why, but I feel like you have a big empathic heart that probably depletes you a lot. And I don't even know who you are, but that's what I'm hearing, that you're just super, super empathic and you feel very, very deeply for a lot of different things. I mean, you're probably the type of person who can watch a commercial and cry. And that's why you need to ground yourself. Am I wrong about that? Can you type your response and let me know? Is that something that you are struggling with, like empathy burnout?
she's very empathic.
Oh, you know her then.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm telling you, I hear that so clearly that she needs to really work on the empathy, on working on protecting herself as an empath, because that's what's depleting her.
You are an empath, Wendy.
And she has to be careful with her physical body too.
Oh, she
You
wrote,
know,
you are on the nose. Yeah. And our physical body. You hear that, Wendy? You have to
She
what?
has to be careful with her physical body because empaths
Yes.
get sick. I can attest to that. Empaths can get very, very sick because we don't ground ourselves, we don't protect ourselves, and we get depleted so much because we're cortisol dumping. When you feel so intensely, right? When you look at something and you get so charged and so emotional, you start to dump cortisol. And if you're always dumping cortisol because you're so super empathic towards other people, that is going to burn your system out. And that's why people who are super empathic wind up getting different autoimmune illnesses. They really struggle with inflammatory issues. So you
She's
really need to take
actually Yeah, she's actually already ill and she is healing herself as we speak.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it an autoimmune illness?
I forget the name of it, but yeah, she is in the process of healing, and most of these gorgeous goddesses on here, well, I mean, we're all obviously healing, but yeah, they're on their way up. They are on their way up. So yeah.
Mindy, can I pick a couple of cards from you? The Archangel Raphael deck. He's the angel of healing. Are you okay with that?
I'm sure she is.
Okay, so the two cards, you're going to laugh. Recovery.
Oh, she
So,
wrote Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Ehlers-Danlos cannot heal from that, but you can certainly learn how to manage that better. And that is based in inflammation. Inflammation is the worst thing for Ehlers-Danlos. That is a collagen disorder that causes you to have hypermobility, and you have a lot of issues with joints and chronic, they're called subluxations, partial dislocations, and dislocations. And it can also cause migraines. It can cause a lot of issues with gut. So Ehlers, you have to learn how to manage it optimally. And the best way to do that is through exercise, and it's through really eating a low inflammatory diet.
Yes.
Right? So the card that came up for her was recovery. So didn't you just say she's in recovery right now?
I said she's in the process of healing.
And
Yes.
healing, right?
Yay.
It says, Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. Connective tissue disorder. Yep, it's exactly what it is. And it's one that's rare, and a lot of doctors don't know about it. So it's honestly dismissed a lot. You are healing, because that's what this says. You are in recovery, girl, and you are healing. You know
I'm
what you
going to
need to
leave that comment up so we could all say it out loud. I am
and heal.
healing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it says for you, Mindy.
Windy.
I know. I keep wanting to call her Mindy
Ah,
because of Mindy,
I
my
know.
buddy Mindy. Windy, avoid allergens. All right. So it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please assist me in identifying and avoiding allergens that may be toxic to my health and happiness. Help me to only crave healthful food and beverages. So this is really important. This is about your diet, Wendy. I don't know how your diet is right now, but if you're able to really try to eat more organically and eat cleaner, that's going to help accelerate your work, your recovery work, and your healing work. You're obviously working with her. Sunshine, are you helping her through this?
I've done a couple of sessions with her, but she's healing herself.
Good.
She's doing all the work. She's turning her life around. She removed herself from a toxic home, and she's doing awesome. So yeah. Yay.
And she's on the right path. I really hear that and really feel that. Is she in the healing arts at all?
She's gonna be when
Yeah, I
she
can hear that very loud and clear that that's her direction that she's supposed to go in.
She said yes, she is helping me.
Yeah.
Uh,
And Reiki, are you doing Reiki, or is it something that interests you? Because I hear that for you as well. So I think it's like dual. I think you're supposed to get some Reiki, but I also think that it may be something that you're able to do because it's, because of your physical stuff with Ehlers. I know it's hard. There's a lot of limitations sometimes with people with Ehlers, but Reiki is something you can do. Yes,
Yeah.
the healing arts like Reiki,
Purple
doing
love.
what's that? Say that again.
Purple love.
Purple love. Working with people and helping them in different ways.
And even I feel she is so good with her words.
Yeah.
So I feel that, just her being an influencer,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
with that same disorder, she could,
Oh yeah.
you know.
And Ehlers, I know a lot about Ehlers because my daughter has connective tissue, and they think it's coming from me and my mom and my family. So I know a lot about Ehlers, and there's not enough advocacy for it.
Yeah.
So, Wendy, your voice would be very, very much needed in the ED community. That I know for sure.
Yes.
I'm
I
going to pull
love
one more card for her. If that's
Oh, another card for Wendy.
Wendy, I'm going to pull a life purpose card for you. I feel like you're a little confused right now about your future in terms of what you're doing, maybe. Could I be wrong, or just an unfulfillment maybe right now? Oh, school. Ah, so you're going to be going back to school.
Ooh.
So this may be taking a course in Reiki, or maybe taking a course in something else, but there is more school for you in the future, my dear. I don't know if you were thinking about going back to school, but this is definitely involving your future, is involving you getting some different education and something that you have never done before, something brand new. This is not a furtherance of something you've already done.
Yeah. And Wendy, watch your words. Thank you.
I'm very confused.
I will find my purpose, my
Oh, she's very confused about her
yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So I thought I was confusing you. No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I think you really need to kind of sit and ask the universe to guide you. I really do. I think if you literally just say, like, whoever you believe in and whoever you feel is around you, ask them and the universe to show you opportunities that will allow you to be the most fulfilled and to do the best work for others and for yourself. And I think if you open yourself up to that and ask outside of yourself, you're going to see signs on what you're supposed to do, but definitely is going to involve more school.
Cool. Yay. So we got a lot of beautiful goddesses asking for messages.
All right.
There's one on here that said it's midnight there. And she wants to go to bed. Let me see if I can find who it was. Elise Lester.
Hi, Elise. Nice to meet you.
Still on here, Elise.
Elise, as she was mentioning you, I actually pulled a card that kind of popped out of the deck. And it says, visualize abundance in all forms. God has given you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Girl, you got power.
Yeah.
Steady vision of that, which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. And so it is. So you have a lot of power. You have this ability to manifest a lot. Maybe you don't even realize it. And maybe when reflecting on your life and realizing where you were and where you are now, and how much you did manifest through your own thoughts, I think you'd be really surprised on how much divine guidance that you have. But that is coming through super strongly for me. Ooh, this card just flew out of the deck.
I love it.
Hold on.
I should have gotten a pad and pencil and wrote everybody down instead of scrolling.
So it says savings. Are you consistently see, this is what I got to. Money struggles. Like money comes in and you kind of let it siphon through you and it goes out very quickly. So are you consistently saving for your future? Your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. So it's asking you to be a little more frugal with money, to be a little more careful with money. That I see for you that there's going to be more abundance, but you have to be really careful with it. So you may get a check for something, or there is something that's going to come through for you that you didn't expect, but you have to be careful with it. Don't just squander it. Use that money to work for you in a really positive way and invest it wisely. That's what I'm hearing for you.
And also, again, with the words, don't think
Yes.
negative towards money. Make it, instead of, if you don't like the word money, call it green energy. Or I love to say I love money and money flows to me. And
Yes.
every time I receive money, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. So, be kind to yourself about money. Don't speak negative towards it.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because a lot of us we are raised, I don't know about you, but I was raised like I would say lower middle class. And my parents always shamed the rich. They always made me feel like to have money was to be bad.
Mm,
And that's the way I grew up. And it took me years to get out of that scarcity headspace. I always felt guilty. Like if
mm,
I got anything, I would squander it because I didn't know how to hold on to it. Because if I had money, then that meant what was the message? That I was bad, that I wasn't worth, I got things handed to me that, I was worth less because I was worth more financially. And that's how I grew up. And I know a lot of people in middle class families, especially I think lower middle class, it's almost like the us against them mentality,
mm.
the rich against the poor type of thing.
Yeah. I actually was raised in Northport, and I had private art classes. I was on the swim team at the yacht club, and everything. But I was beaten the shit out of every freaking day. And um, I ended up leaving the house and being homeless for 6 months.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that taught me.
Wow.
And from that day on, I have never, I mean, I've struggled. I've always had, 3 jobs. I'm always hustling. I'm always doing this. But, it's gratitude for
That's right.
every single thing that I have,
That's right.
and
That's
I want for nothing.
that's right.
I'm, right here, right now. I'm good,
That's right.
and I don't want to be in any kind of class. I just want to be in my own, rich or poor. I just want to be, you know.
I think that's ironic that we both grew up in Northport
Yeah.
and I grew up poor and you grew up as the rich kid, but
Yeah.
we both grew up with the same abuse,
Right.
right?
But the funny thing is we weren't rich, we were in debt.
Yeah,
When they
exactly.
ended up getting divorced, they were like, "You owe this," and I'm like, "I'm out of here."
But you know what's funny? I would have looked at you like you had it all back
Yeah,
then, right? Because I would have projected that onto you
right,
because you had all of that stuff. And I would have thought that your life would have been fantastic.
right.
And people have to understand, I mean, the most important thing about money is that it doesn't cure anything.
No.
It's great to have. It really is. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with having
I
money,
love money. Money flows to me.
right? Money flows through me. I love a beautiful home. I love nice things, but they don't define me.
Well,
That's the thing,
yeah,
right?
they don't. Nothing defines you except for who you are. Things are things,
That's right.
you know.
That's right.
Oh, crazy, crazy. All right. So there's a lot of people out there. I guess they don't want to hear us talk. No.
All right. So there's a card here for somebody that's really struggling with their voice. It says start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything for yourself. So who out there is really having a very hard time and is really being treated like a doormat right now and is really struggling? I feel the throat chakra, like can't even like express who you really are because you're in an environment that won't allow that
Mm,
and you're being suppressed in so many ways. and you're not using your voice. You're being really walked on. I don't
Yeah.
know who that is, but if somebody could step forward and let me know if that resonates with them at all, so I can pull cards for you.
There's two on here. Jill and Franny both said that they're feeling very antsy lately.
Mm. Well, that's Mercury in retrograde, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot for
Cynthia Albright said it sounded like her, that card that you just
it.
pulled.
What is her name? Cynthia?
Cynthia.
Yes, it is Cynthia. Cynthia, gratitude list. Continue your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you be centered in your heart. So gratitude is so important, right? Gratitude grounds us. Sometimes we feel so sad and so depressed and we feel so depleted that, and I know I talked about this the last time, like gratitude alone is as effective as a lot of antidepressants. Just literally writing things, 3 things you're grateful for in the morning, can be as effective as an antidepressant. And I feel like that's what you're missing right now, Cynthia, is the gratitude. You're forgetting about the gratitude because things are so difficult for you right now that you don't see, you're not seeing a lot of light at the end of that tunnel. And I'm feeling a lot of pressure, that you're feeling a lot of pressure. I'm feeling literally physically pressure. So grounding yourself is, I know it sounds so ridiculously simplistic because your struggles may be so much more complex, but sometimes it is something that simple that helps us start to heal. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I said before, ground, surround, protect, say it in the shower, say it in the car. Even I wake up to a song every morning. I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am bliss. And just putting those 3 sentences out there every single morning, before I even get out of bed, I'm singing that song. That's my alarm clock.
I love that. What a beautiful way to wake up and start.
Yeah. Start your day. I am, right?
Cynthia, we're just talking about this. It's ironic this card came out. Release resentments about money. So you two needed to hear this about money. I don't know what your feelings are about money, but there's obviously some ties and some negative attachments and some resentments. So the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. And that's what you're doing. You're pushing your abundance away. And I feel like you're doing that in love as well. You're pushing people away right now.
Mm.
I see a block, I see a wall. I don't know if any of this resonates or any of this makes sense. And is there anything in particular that you want to hear about?
She wrote, wait, this totally makes sense. Thank you.
Cynthia, do you have a father that's passed over? I'm really feeling like a father figure. Like I have the chills right now. Do you have a father that's passed on, a father figure, someone important, male figure? Like my hair is standing up right now.
Angel bumps. She said yes.
Oh, wow. Is it your dad? Because I feel him so strongly. And is it your father, honey? Or is it a father figure?
Yes, it's her father.
It is her father. Yeah. He came right through. Like my hair is standing up again. I call myself the father whisperer because fathers, I don't know, I guess because of my own killing I had to do with my own father. But a lot of fathers come through to me. I'm like a conduit of when there's been struggles, when there were struggles in the relationship, the paternal relationship, and they really want their daughters to know how much they love them and how much they're holding space for them now in heaven and in as they've crossed over, and how much they often come through me. It's the wildest thing, and it's usually when people really need to hear this. So I feel like because he came through so strongly to me and my hair is standing on end, that there was probably some unfinished business with him. And I really need you to know that he is with you often. He's by your side. And he wants you to know that if you feel something around you, that is him. And he is trying his hardest now to do a better job than he had done in the living world. If that makes sense, I hope it does. But I just hear love, 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 love. You know, please tell her how much I love her. It's just so beautiful.
I love it.
Ooh,
Jill Eckert is the one that said she's antsy lately. And then we'll do Franny.
Jill. Oh, Jill. High Priestess girl. We've talked about this. I know who this is. You have divine knowledge that can help others through spiritual teaching. See, this is no joke, honey. You are on the right path. I talked to you about High Priestess already. This is Dana, High Priestess. You are on the right path. And through your words and through your healing touch, through your practice, through Reiki, but I feel like even through words, you're so articulate. You are one of the most articulate people I know. Sunshine, I mean, she's so like brilliant.
I'll have to take a little chat with Jill.
She articulates like nobody's business.
Really?
And I feel like you have to step into your divine goddess power. Like you have just started. You literally have just started. And I think that's the antsy part, right? That's the part, because when we're kind of breaking out of a cocoon, when we're breaking out of a shell, when we're in transformation, you know, think about what it takes for a caterpillar, like a butterfly, to emerge out of a chrysalis, right? It takes a lot of strength and a lot of work.
Yes.
And if you watch them, I used to do this with my children. We used to raise butterflies. They are frenetic and they are antsy and it's not like this peaceful they are like busting out. And it's a lot of movement.
They're evolving.
They're evolving. So I think the anxiety and the franticness feels like that. It's transformative. So lean into it in a transformative way, not a negative way, but instead lean into the antsiness like, okay, I'm going to sit with this. I'm going to hold space with this. And I'm going to see where it takes me. And I'm going to allow this to kind of go through me. Does that make sense?
I've got to feel it to heal it. And, you know, I need to go through this in order to spread my wings.
That's right.
Yes.
Jill,
Cynthia wrote, I've always loved my dad. Yeah.
Oh, well, girl, he is fighting to let you know. I don't know if maybe he passed suddenly and he wasn't able to tell you, but he really, I don't know if he's ever come through for you before, but man, he really wants you to know. He wants you to know how much he loves you. Jill, I'm going to pick one more card for you, honey. It's actually, I want to pick two more cards for you. I'm going to pick one from my deck from people who've passed on. Oh. So I don't even have to tell you, you know who this is, right? I am with the rest of the family. So who would say that to you? I'm with the rest of the family.
She just wrote Big Al around.
Your dad.
Is that Al?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. And look, they're all standing by the ocean. The picture of the card is they're pointing to the ocean. And it's two people holding a little child. But look, it's your dad is the ocean.
Oh, I love
He was captain. He was my captain. He sailed across the world. Sunshine. This man sailed across the world.
That's amazing.
So he's with his family. He's with his parents. He's with all the people that you all love so much in your life. He's with them all. And he's at peace.
I love
and he's
that.
In the eternal ocean, sailing, and just no pain, no suffering on this earth, right?
Right.
Nothing. All right, Jill, I'm going to
Franny is next.
I want to just pull a life purpose quickly for
Oh,
Jill.
sorry. Ah,
Oh, writing. Jill, we were talking about you writing a book, girl. Well, there you go.
ah.
You better get started. You better get started. The green haze, right? You better get started on that. Writing is in your future. That's the articulation. You got the articulation card too. So that's telling you your voice, articulating your voice, writing it down. So
Yes.
that's part of your future. There's no doubt about that. Who's next?
Franny.
Hi, Franny. Do you know Franny,
I
Sunshine?
do know Franny.
Okay.
She's an amazing healer herself. Yes.
Franny, is your mom passed? I get this beautiful maternal energy right now. Just so beautiful. I see pink and just a beautiful softness and a maternal energy.
Her mom is not passed yet.
Is there a maternal energy there? Grandmother maybe then? But I see pink and it's soft. This is whoever this person is. They're female, they're maternal, and they're extremely soft, if that makes sense. I don't know if their bodies
A friend maybe.
but there's just the color pink is so strong, and the softness could be their bodies. They could just been a fuller person, but there's just a gentle spirit that's just kind of coming through for her.
Her friend, I think it's her friend Linda.
Linda, okay. Okay. I hear that you're on the right path, that she loves what you're doing and that you're on the right path, if that makes sense. I don't know if she knew you in this self, if you're on a spiritual journey, but whatever you're doing, she just loves the person that you're becoming. Oh, okay. Well, she sees you, she's with you, she sees you evolving. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. She's with you. There's no doubt about it. There's a softness about her that's just so beautiful.
Yes.
All right, let me pull up.
Hey.
Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar, a visit, a power place to connect to the divine. So do you have a sacred space, Franny? Do you have this like anything set up in your home? I feel like that's something, if you don't have, it's something that would really benefit you, you know, and maybe include a picture of your friend Linda as well on there to remind you of her. I feel like she's one of your guides and she's someone that you can really like lean into and ask for help and ask for guidance. Again, just such a gentleness about her. Do you have an altar or sacred space? And if not, I would definitely recommend creating one. And blossoming. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself, the process, and do not give up. Is she just starting her spiritual journey? Oh, she's in my kitchen with me.
She's actually, well, she's been very spiritual. She actually is the one that helped heal me.
But is there something new that she's doing? Is there something?
She actually, she's took the hypnosis certification with me. Yeah, so that is something new. Yeah.
So she's just getting started with that.
Yeah, always been spiritual. Yeah.
Okay, so it's the hypnosis then.
Yeah.
Because it says you're just getting started, but that's be patient with yourself. It says, okay, you know, hypnosis is not, you know, I thought when I did hypnosis that I'd have like a million people banging on my door because I understood how amazing it is. But a lot of people are still kind of leery and afraid of it. So you really have to just be patient. I'm healing the ages of reincarnation with an abusive mother. Okay. Okay.
And you're doing amazing with it, Franny. Amazing.
I feel was Linda almost like a maternal figure in your life? Was she that person that kind of filled that space for you, that maternal void that you experienced? She knows hypnosis is working. Okay. I feel like Linda is that maternal essence for her. That she kind of helped. All right, Franny, I'm going to pull one more card for you, honey.
She was an absolutely wonderful friend.
Yeah, I can feel that. I'm so sorry for your loss. I really am. I know it.
She's with her. Yep.
What's that?
She's with her. She's not gone. She's with her.
Well, she always listens, right? So that's got to be hard. That has to be. Because she's not in her physical space anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so the last card, Franny, is the watermelon tourmaline. It says stress reduction, de-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need, rest, recharge, and revive. So I don't know if you have any watermelon tourmaline in your on your altar space, but I think that's something that you should think about getting. It has a lot of healing energy, and it's a very calming, tranquil stone. If you could add that in. But I think more importantly, are you resting enough? Are you recharging enough? Are you spread a little too thin right now? Are you doing enough self-care for yourself right now? I feel like this card is calling more for that. Like really honoring yourself and slowing down and taking care of yourself and your health. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, the health thing. Like just slow down and just take care of yourself.
Our next woman, Susan, she thought when you said the pink that it was her mom.
Oh,
she said she wears pink tourmaline, Franny.
Oh, she wears tourmaline?
Yeah.
Well, you're wearing the right stone, girl.
I love it.
That is your stone. That is your stone.
Yeah.
So Susan's saying her mom passed last year. Do you feel the pink connection with her, the softness? Is that what you're picking up on, Susan?
That's what she said when you said the pink, the softness.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull a card for Susan.
I know a lot of you goddesses asked for readings, so we're only doing the best that we could possibly do.
Oh, she died last year. I'm so sorry. I feel like there's pressure in my heart, Susan, like in my chest here. Was there something with her in her chest? Like I feel a lot of pressure on my chest right now. I'm going to pull a card from my deck. Words from people who have passed. There is no such thing as death. Okay. So she's with you. That's her telling you. Lungs couldn't breathe. Yeah, I could feel that. Like there's such a heaviness in my chest. That's exactly how I felt. Like I couldn't breathe. Like an elephant sitting on my chest. But there's no such thing as death, honey. And she's telling you that, love never, ever dies. Love never dies. And I know physically people leave us, but their love can never leave us. You can't, love is energy.
Yes.
Love is energy, and you can't take energy away. You cannot take energy away. I'm going to pull from a butterfly deck, Susan.
Butterfly.
I don't know. I feel like there's a significance with you and butterflies and your mom, so I'm going to pull from this deck. But I've seen butterflies and lots of butterflies.
I'm scrolling up. There's lots and lots of messages. So,
parental care. Okay, so this is. Are you feeling bad about not having taken care of her? She had a butterfly tattoo. There you go, girl. She's coming through. How beautiful. So you were right. It is your mom coming through because I see butterflies and she had a butterfly tattoo. How beautiful. But this card, the parental care card, is coming through to me that you feel badly about not maybe being there for her when she passed, or feeling like you didn't do enough, like feeling guilty about it? Does that make sense? Because she doesn't feel that way, and she really thinks you're such an amazing woman, and she doesn't feel neglected in any way, and she feels like everybody did the best that they could. I couldn't reach her. She was too sad. Oh, I'm so sorry. But you know what? There's nothing that you could have done. That's literally what I'm hearing in your head. You know, people, we pick the lives that we have for reasons, right? And hers, obviously, she struggled with depression. And there was nothing anyone could have done. There's nothing anyone could have done, Susan. There's nothing you could have said, and you need to understand that to save her. There's nothing you could have said or done differently to save her. You really need to hear that. Okay? There's nothing. When people are on a trajectory, or people struggling with mental health, you know, we feel so guilty. We feel like, is there anything I could have done? But, you know, we try our best, and we do the best we can with our family and our loved ones. But, you know, I believe that people have a time here on earth, and the time is specified. And if they leave us when it's their time. And there's nothing that we could do to change that. There's
Yeah.
nothing that we can do to change that.
There's they have their time, you know, it's set. I know I'm going at 83. I just know
83, you
83
know
is
it.
the number that, yeah. Um, yeah, so yeah, definitely.
Emotions. Okay. So this to me is telling me you're struggling too. Okay. And I feel like you need to just slow down. That's what I'm hearing. Like, just please tell her to slow down. Are you always going a mile a minute? Like, are you just doing things and not really paying attention? Like, I keep hearing that you need to just slow down and savor. You're not savoring life enough. You're not being mindful enough. You're not being present enough. And this is coming now from your mom. Like, just be present in the moment. Just slow down and lean into her, right? And feel her presence around you, because she is around you. There's no doubt. She showed me the butterfly for a reason. The fact that she has a butterfly tattoo, and I picked the butterfly deck for you, she is absolutely here with you. My heart races with anxiety. Okay.
So it's another ground, surround, protect,
Susan,
right?
the easiest way to deal with anxiety, I swear to you, is breathing.
Yeah.
A lot of times we get hypoxic when we get anxiety, which means we're not getting enough blood to our brain, and we literally make our anxiety 10 times worse, right? So I think it's 4-7-8. Just breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, right? And when you do that, and you do that 10 times, I guarantee you that you're going to feel like you took a Valium, and
Yeah.
that your heart is going to slow down. The world is going to slow down, and you're
Yeah.
going to feel so much better.
I
Just
love
breathing.
that. Yeah. And I do breathe in love, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out all that does not belong to me. Breathe
Yeah.
in love, blow out all that does not serve me. In and out, in and out. Or if I'm, stuck in a trigger moment, I just sit back, breathe, and then I repeat, I am love, I am love, I am love.
I love that. Even just hearing that is
Ah,
just so like, ah.
yeah, yeah. You just get back into your higher self and you're good, you know?
It just centers you.
Yeah, it centers you. Yeah, exactly.
How
We
beautiful.
love
Oh,
you.
you're welcome, Susan. It's so beautiful to
Stephanie
meet you.
Vega is next.
Stephanie,
Yeah.
why do I have to pull the romance deck for you, honey?
Ooh,
Is there something going on in the romance?
Stephanie.
Is there? Do you know who she is? Sunshine?
Yes, of course. Yep.
Okay.
Stephanie
Is
Vega.
there something going on in the romance thing, Stephanie?
Tell us the juice, girl.
Would you like a romance card?
I want a romance card.
Okay.
No, I could wait. I could wait. That's cute, Betty. Look, she's got smiling.
Ooh, this one popped right over.
Woo! Popping out.
Stephanie, are you single?
We'll see. Let's see. She just wrote sure.
Because this card is
Tell us.
calling in your soul.
She's
calling in your soulmate. Well, girl, this card is calling in your soulmate. So this is how I take this, okay? Your prayers, affirmation, and visualizations help bring you together. So this could be in your current relationship right now, that maybe you guys are going through a little bit of a struggle, you're feeling disconnected, and to create that soulmate feeling that maybe you had and you maybe don't feel like you have right now is reconnecting with your partner on a more cognizant way. You know, we all get, I mean, I've been with my husband for 21 years and 23 years we've been together a long time. And you get in ruts and you get in situations where you forget about the other person because you've been with them so long, right? Mm-hmm. As simple as it sounds, it's like a garden. You don't tend to a garden, the garden dies, right? You tend to a garden, it flourishes, and you're able to take a lot from the garden because it's abundant and there's beautiful things growing in it, and you get a lot of satisfaction from the garden because you've also given a lot to the garden. Yeah. So that's what I'm hearing. Like maybe the relationship you're in right now, someone, and I'm not sure if you should still be together. Yeah, because you guys you've grown apart. You've grown apart. Or that this card is, you know, I hate to say this, but it did say soulmate card. And I don't want to put that out there, but I want you to just think about that. Is this person your soulmate? Is this person that someone you can work through this with? Does this person meet all your needs? Or is this card maybe saying that your soulmate is out there and it's something that you need to think about? I'm going to pull one more romance card for you because I don't feel like maybe, you know, I'm a therapist, so I don't like telling people to end relationships. So I'm not going to tell you to do that. I would never tell you to do that.
I will. Run, girl, if you're feeling it, you know.
So I'm going to pull one more card for her from the romance deck. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that tells me, you know, in this current relationship, you guys aren't being fully authentic with each other. And maybe that's what's causing this questioning. You're not being fully authentic. It's not bad. I didn't think it was. But I feel like, you're not certain because you're not being, and he's not being fully authentic. You guys aren't going deep enough, you know? Yeah. And you're not being vulnerable enough. It's the vulnerability that I see. That's the wall. Yeah. That you guys really need to work on authenticity.
And if you're just in a comfortable zone, that's not a real relationship. That's not healthy. If you can't be your authentic self,
that's right.
You are in a healthy relationship. But you can grow together and start talking to each other vulnerable, you know, with your wants and your needs and everything, you know.
I am hearing that he's very fearful. You know, he's very afraid to show his emotion. And that's really I can hear my throat just got very like,
Ooh.
oh my God. He has a very hard time expressing himself. My throat is so scratchy right now. Ooh, I think it's him. I don't think it's you. I think it's him. He really, and that makes you feel very disconnected from him because he's not able to articulate his feelings to you. And you feel um, almost like it's stunted the relationship, that you want to go deeper. You want to feel a deeper connection with him, but he has a lot of walls up. So I'd be honest. Before you throw in the towel with him, tell him what you need. Tell him what, but then because you won't, if you do walk away from it, you won't feel like, oh, should I have? I really didn't tell him. So be honest with him about how you're feeling right now and what you need from him. And he may surprise you. He
Yeah.
may surprise you. In fact, I think he actually will surprise you, or she. I don't know if it's male or female, and I want to respect that. So in your relationship, whoever the person is, I would just ask them to be more honest with you about their authentic selves. There goes my throat again. So he's got or she's got a lot of struggles in the throat area and really saying how they feel. I'll pick one more card for you.
He says it's a man.
The man, yeah. He really has a hard time with his emotions, doesn't he? Boy. Whew.
A really cute, tall guy. Is he kind? Is he caring? Is he nurturing? So funny.
Amethyst.
My favorite.
Revealing your true self. Well, girl, like I said, as you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. Can't make this stuff up. That's exactly what
No,
I
you
said,
can't,
right?
girl. No, you
I
can't.
mean, look at the card.
Love it.
So there's an authenticity piece here that needs to be worked on with both of you.
Yeah.
Really, really important. Don't give up on him just yet. Go deeper. Go deeper.
Go deep, baby. Rachel Marie is next. There's so many comments. Here. She asked for one.
Yes, of course, Rachel. Rachel, I'm pulling from the
And
Mother
then
Mary deck.
Caroline.
Ask her if it's okay I pull from the Mother Mary deck because that deck came to me when you said her name. So ask her if she's okay with the Mother Mary deck. You're welcome, Stephanie. Good luck to you. Be authentic to myself. Yeah, I know. I'm like beating a dead horse. I'm sorry, but that's really it's the key, honey. It really is.
For
right,
all of us have to be our authentic selves.
Ooh, this popped up. Faith. I have faith in God to heal the situation. So I feel like for you, faith, you're struggling right now. You're struggling right now with your faith. And this card is asking you to kind of let go. And if you believe in God, let God, or whoever it is that you believe in, if you believe in a source or whatever it is that you believe in, to let go and to stop trying to control everything, okay? That you can relinquish some of that, and all the people that are around you, the guides that are around you, I feel, again, another maternal source with you as well. There's like a female coming through for me that's with you, and to turn over to this person, just to hand over whatever it is that you're going through right now. I want you to literally hand it over to this female figure. Oh, it's your mom. It is your mom.
Lots of moms tonight.
God, another one, I can see her. She came right through. Is there a Mary too in your life? Is there a Mary that passed? Because the Mother Mary deck immediately came through to me. So I don't know if it's Mary herself or the name Mary, but that keeps coming through. I don't know if that was significant to your mom, or she's significant to your mom, or there's a Mary that's crossed over. But wow, that's coming through very strong for me right now. Your grandmother. It's Marie. Yeah. So your grandmother came through
Woo! Chills.
first. Your grandmother came through first, and she is with your mom right now. And I don't know if there was a dissonance with them, but they're healed. I don't know if they had struggles. I feel that maybe, but in this life, in as they've crossed over, they are so beautifully aligned and so beautifully healed and in a loving, beautiful space. And they are with you and they are protecting you, and their energy is around you so strongly. It's not even funny. I don't know if you have like a little Mary statue, but you should have one just to remind you of your grandmother, just to remind you that she's with you always and your mom is with you always. Because your mom came through so strongly to me. Oh, wow. And her birth mom is Mary. Oh, I have the chill. Oh my God. Okay. That is incredible. So your mom showed me Mary. She really wants you, she's really showing herself and wants you to know that she's here. What a beautiful way to show you that she's
Yes.
still around and she's still with you, Rachel. I have the chills and I have the most beautiful, beautiful, peaceful feeling. Please know, Rachel, she is in such a loving space right now. She is with Mary. She is with her mom who raised her. And they are all surrounding you with such beautiful, tender love. I see the color blue, the color of Mary. The color blue is so, so predominant right now. It's that beautiful blue you always see Mary draped in. But that color, just surround yourself with the blue right now. And that color brings so much healing and so much peace. I don't know if you're painting right now or you're thinking of painting right now, but get the light blue around you. Like, get that color around you. I feel like that's important. I don't know if you're decorating right now, but add that color in your life because you need that. You need calming, soothing colors around you and colors that will remind you of your mom and your grandmother and the grandmother you never met. They're all around you right now. It's incredible. Compassion. I see and feel others' point of view with forgiveness and kindness. So this card, the compassion card, I feel that for you, you have compassion fatigue right now, that you are an extraordinarily compassionate person as well, but to the point where it's burnt you out a little bit.
Look what she just wrote.
Well, that's why they're showing me blue, because they are actually witnessing that. And they're telling you, your mom is telling you she sees that. And she obviously is happy about that because that color blue came through so strongly. And I love that it's on the front of your house. So every day when you walk into your house now and you see that blue door, I want you to think of your mom.
I love it. I love it.
And your grandma. They are with you and they're surrounding you. But the compassion card, do you have compassion fatigue right now? Because I'm hearing that so strongly that you really need to take care of yourself. And I'm going to pick out of the Archangel Raphael deck, which is the health deck. I don't know if you have any health concerns right now, but I want you to really lean into your health. Okay?
We got a few more goddesses coming on.
So prayers. So it's asking you to pray. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now, just pray. Prayer is incredibly medicinal and it allows us to say the things that we need. A lot of times we struggle with saying the things that we need, right? Or asking for help. It's hard to externalize asking for help. So if that's hard for you and you feel, and I feel that it is in my throat, I feel that right now. In your prayers, I want you to ask your mom and your grandmothers, and I want you to ask whoever it is that you believe in, ask them for what you need right now, okay? But you've got to take care of yourself right now.
Yes. I love it. Caroline, and then Elizabeth.
Caroline.
trying to
Caroline, my legs are tingling right now. Like, it's so weird. Like, I feel like a tingling in my legs. Something going on with you and your legs right now, girl? Is there something going on? Because my legs are tingling. So I don't know if it's time for you to walk away from something, or is there something physically going on with your leg? Oh, and this card popped out. This card came out before. Your feet. Okay. So your feet. Yeah, that came, like, the legs came right through to me, like tingling in my legs. Do you have like neuropathy in your feet, or you have something going on? Is it inflammatory in your feet?
We have a lot of people asking about a reading. We've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. So, yeah, we're doing the best we can. If we don't get to you, please know that,
I'll be on again. I promise.
Lynn will be on again, or you could reach out to her privately. But we are trying our best, so please be patient with us.
Carolyn,
She said something new, getting better with PT.
Okay, so that's what it says here. I pulled the card and it's a recovery card. So you will get better from this. You definitely will get better from this. You're on the right path. But again, you're another one that I keep hearing, like, the inflammatory stuff too. So I don't know how your diet is right now, but you've got to honor your body. Women really struggle with, we struggle with our weight. We struggle with taking care of ourselves because we're taking care of everyone else. And I have a feeling that you are like the mama, the big mama, right? I was the big mama. I was taking care of everybody, and my health paid for it. So I'm hearing that you take care of a lot of people. And now I think your feet, whatever happened to your feet was to stop you in your tracks so that you can take care of yourself now. And you really need to honor that. It's time for you to take care of you. Our feet are what gets us around. We're on our feet, taking care of others. But now it's time for you to get off your feet and take care of yourself. Self-care is so critical for you right now. If you can go for Reiki, I would go for a Reiki session, because this is bigger than physical. It's bigger than physical. This is more than physical for you. This is a manifestation of you being depleted.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, things happen in our bodies. Physical crazy things can happen in our bodies because we're physically depleted. So it's time for you to be a little selfish right now. Okay? Time for you to be a little selfish right now. And it's not selfish. It's self-care.
That's right.
I hate that word selfish. It's self-care. It's time for you to do self-care right now. Yes. So please go for a Reiki session somewhere. Go for a massage. And just use your voice. You're another one. When I look at your picture that's coming up here, I feel like a lot of tightness in my throat too. Like the throat chakra, they call it, right? That you're not voicing your needs adequately. So just stand in your power and ask for what you need. Don't find your value through serving others constantly. It's okay if people serve you, right? Letting people help you is letting people love you. I always say that. Letting people help you is letting people love you. Okay, Carolyn? But you're going to be fine. I definitely feel that.
Perfect. Elizabeth Hall is next.
My mother's maiden name. Hall is my mother's maiden name. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Gee, I feel like you have a specific question. So can you please type what that is? That you have something that you really want to ask right now. You're welcome, Carolyn. I wish you the best, honey.
I love you. Elizabeth, do you have a specific question, love? Yes.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm going to pick out of the life purpose deck then.
Ooh.
You've been really struggling with this. You know, this is a lesson that I learned, Elizabeth. And you need to hear this. Um, I was really disappointed in myself, right? Because I wanted to be like Oprah. And, I just always had this yearning to be like Oprah Winfrey, right? Like, who the hell doesn't want to be like Oprah Winfrey, right?
All right.
But I really want you to hear this because it took me until I was probably 55. I'm 56 now to have this epiphany, right? I
Right.
thought I was going to have this big life and I thought I was going to be like Oprah and I was going to help a million people because that's who I am. I'm a social worker, I'm a healer, and I wanted to heal the world. Right. And I felt very disappointed in myself when I would look at others and their fame and all their stuff. And I would be like, why didn't that ever happen for me? And then I realized that my purpose was so simple and I made it so complicated. And I'm hearing that for you. Like, don't complicate it. And another female stepping forward for you, and she's saying the same thing. I don't think it's a mom, though. It's definitely not a mom, but there's a female stepping forward for you. And she says, you complicate it. You're making it too complicated. You overcomplicate things and you're in your head too much. That's what I'm hearing. And that my epiphany, and I have a feeling, is this maybe, think about this, right? Is that we think we're supposed to have these big grandeur lives and do these grandeur things. It's your grandmother. Okay. Would she say that to you? Stop complicating things. Because that's what I'm hearing her say. Like, don't complicate things. Definitely, yeah. It's not a mom. I knew it wasn't a mom. But maybe it's just a serve, right? Last year, I'm like, okay, what is my purpose? Really, what is my purpose? And I'm like, it's just simply to serve, right? What a relief that was for me personally. I was like, oh, wow, it's not to be Oprah. It's not to be the next Dalai Lama. It's just to serve. And how beautiful is that in its simplicity?
So
And
beautiful.
you are thinking way too much about this. I'm going to still pick a life purpose card for you. I hope the universe gives you some direction. I know you are. I can hear it. You're very hard on yourself. And your grandmother says the same thing.
And if you're still on Ann Matthews, you're next.
Leadership, honey. So this is saying take charge of the situation. This definitely is a leadership role for you. So I don't know how that sounds to you. I almost feel like that probably scares the bejesus out of you. But that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to help people, but not just one-on-one, like groups of people. I see you guiding groups of people. Very clearly, actually. I see you guiding groups of people in really positive ways. I don't know if you've done yoga, if you've been a yoga teacher or anything like that. If you've ever done that, but something like along those lines where you're helping people evolve, but I see it in groups. And don't panic about that. I don't think you even like to talk in public, but you're actually very good at it. So just let go of that fear and allow that to unfold. And there's something higher that you're supposed to do. And this is not, I'm not talking about the business world. I'm talking more about the soft sciences. And you're going to be guiding people and leading people. Autistic adults currently, but music is my degree. Okay. Yeah, but I feel like you're supposed to do something else. Working with autistic adults is amazing, but maybe is it helping their parent, the families,
Yeah.
in supporting them, the caretakers. Maybe it's helping them manage that better. But I see you talking in front of groups of people and helping people in their lives in a much bigger way. So just open yourself to that. And again, ask your guides, ask your grandmother to show you signs of what it is you're supposed to do. I feel like you're a little burnt out in the field you're in right now, and you're not getting enough from that, because working with the autistic population is a beautiful, beautiful career, and it's very rewarding. But if you're a very emotional person and you need that feedback, sometimes that can be difficult because of their limitations. It's hard to get that emotional feedback all the time. I agree wholeheartedly. I feel
Oh,
like
wait.
helping the families manage. Yes. Yes. See? Yes. Yes. So please lean into that. I really feel like you'd be so helpful. And you can help so many parents, especially with the little ones, helping them cope and manage and supporting them. We always help the patient and we forget about the families.
Mm-hmm.
We forget about the families. There's not enough care for the families that are helping these people that are struggling. So you do a lot of good. You know, I work with an organization. I was on the board for this organization called Pure Pals that helped autistic children develop peer relationships with children who did not have autism. Children with autism were matched up with children without autism.
Right.
And I could see the parents needed more help sometimes
Oh
than the
my
children did.
goodness. Yes.
So definitely, please look into that. I feel such elation for you when I think of that. And I think that's going to really serve you well, and you're going to help a lot of people. Oh, that's beautiful. Elizabeth, I'm so happy for you. That makes my heart full.
Yay.
Beautiful.
So I don't see Anne. I messaged her. Oh, wait, here she wrote.
Yeah. Your brother. So that's why you got into it. You have that heart connection. So
Yeah.
you know. And you know what? You also suffered because of that.
Of course.
When
Yeah.
we have an autistic child and their siblings, believe it or not, those siblings really suffer too,
Yeah.
because that child needs so much of their parents' attention. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I want you to work on healing that, right? So
Yeah.
you're not transferring that. So heal that wound. There's wounding there. And really work on healing that wounding. And then you're going to even be a better healer yourself.
Yes.
Okay?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you ready to do another, or
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're still on Kathy Loso. She would love a card.
Kathleen, grief work. This came right up for you, and it came up upside down, which means you're grieving over somebody right now that you haven't fully gotten past. And now I'm feeling a father energy for you. There's a male energy that's coming through very, very strong right now. And you have not done the work that you needed to do, Kathleen. This male that you've lost, you're still holding on. There's still a lot of pain there, and there's work to be done. There's healing that needs to occur. It's your dad. Yeah, your dad. Are you struggling with his death? Is it, yeah, because that he came right through. So, but there's a lot of unfinished business there. There's a lot of unfinished business there. Have you done any grief work? Because you need to do that, honey. You need to literally like go see a grief counselor, or if you want to do something more non-traditional, someone like Sunshine that can like walk you through. He died in 2006. Yeah. Hold on, let me just plug in before my phone. I don't even have. Well, I have 20%, so we should be good. Because
Well, get a plug. It's all good.
Absolutely. Yeah. He died in 2006. So there's a heaviness there. There is.
She's working with me.
He is working with you. But I feel such a heaviness there. I feel like he died and there was a lot of unfinished business. A lot of unfinished business. And a lot of wounding. And I feel that a lot of regret from him. A lot, you know, like just some regret. Definitely some regret. Maybe I don't think he felt like he really expressed himself enough to you. Like, I feel that, like, he wasn't able to really express himself and tell you how much he loved you and to tell you what an amazing woman that you are and what a bright light that you are. But now in this life, in his new life, right, in the afterlife, he is able to express that. Wow, regrets he never did. Yeah, no, he never did. Okay. So he's coming forward now to let you know that he sees you. He sees your light.
Mm.
He's putting his arms around you. And I want you to
Oh.
just pause for a moment. I want you to close your eyes. And I literally want you to lean back right now. And I want you to feel him holding you and wrapping himself around you and his love around you. It is so beautiful.
Uh-oh. She said 20%. I feel him hugging you. I see myself hugging you too, Kath. Did you get the plug? We can't hear you now. Okay, yeah. You blacked out for us.
Yeah, my
I
daughter
had
called
my
in.
eyes closed and I was like, ah.
He is absolutely, I really, Kathleen, please lean into that, honey. And know that no regrets. That's what I'm hearing him say. Please, no regrets. Please, no regrets. Right? And just when you're feeling like you're struggling, because I feel like you are, me too. I felt him. Beautiful. I want you to like now rely on him because you didn't have that with him when he was here. You have that now. So when you're really feeling like you're struggling, I want you to really pause and hand this over here. Dad, I hand this over to you. Please help me with this. He is absolutely one of your guides. He is absolutely with you. He is holding you. He's holding space for you. And he loves you so much. Please know that. But when I say love, it's so hard to come out of my mouth that I know he really struggled with that. He struggled with expressing his feelings verbally. Even now, he can say it, but I know it was a struggle for him to verbalize things, to verbalize his feelings. He was very quiet. Yeah, that you know. So he loves you dearly. And I'm just going to pick a card from the deck where people have crossed over, messages from heaven.
And no, he struggled too, because obviously he didn't learn how to express his love from his own parents, you know.
That's right.
So yeah.
But
Some
this card
love.
is from the deck where you've crossed over, messages from heaven. And it said, I was met by so many loving people. So see, now he is surrounded by love. He is
Yes. I love it. I love it.
probably for the first time in his life, he's like surrounded by love. It
Yeah.
was a struggle for him. Yeah, I can feel that. I can really feel that. Yeah.
I love it.
He's showing, I don't know if he was like I see an anchor. I don't know why I'm seeing an anchor right now, what the significance of an anchor is. But I definitely see an anchor. Your entire family is there. Yeah, I can see that. And he's acknowledging that. They're all around him. I don't know if he was into fishing or this. I see an anchor. Can you tell me why he's showing me that? Or is it for somebody else? But I'm definitely seeing an anchor right now.
I'm scrolling to see who's oh wait. He loved to fish.
I
Ah,
should have known that because my father was a fisherman. When I see an anchor, my father lived for fishing. Lived
yeah.
for fishing. So yeah, so he's that's what he's doing, right? He's enjoying what it is that he enjoyed in this life, right?
Yeah.
And he is showing that. So just be on the lookout though for anchors right now because I feel like that's going to be his way of showing you that he's around. So look for an anchor. I think you're going to see one in a very surprising place.
Ah, that's fun. His symbol.
So you have a symbol.
Yes.
Let me
Trying to
pull one
find.
more card for somebody and we'll wrap it up.
Sure, yeah. You've been on a very long time. Thank you for these amazing readings. You've touched a lot of souls' hearts. So, yeah, you are so beautiful, Lynn. Thank you. I'm scrolling. Valerie Hanning.
I feel like I have to say this message, which was an original message that I was intended to say when I first came on. And I don't know if it's Valerie, but there's someone that's watching right now. And you have to hear me say this, that no matter how bad things get, please don't leave this world. Don't do it. Okay? That I promise you that the next day you will feel better. Like, please don't do it. And I really need you to hear that and know that all the people that have passed, somebody is moving me, has been moving me for days. That's passed on, that's watching over you, your guardian angel. Because I don't typically do this. I don't do these readings. I'm a therapist, but I'm also a medium, but I do it for free. And I do it out of my heart, and I do it when I'm moved to do it. And it's not something I wish I could be the kind of person that could sit and do it all day, but it's a very spontaneous thing for me. And when it is spontaneous, it's really very strong and it's very spot on and it's pertinent. So if there's somebody on here right now or someone that's going to view this after the fact, I'm literally telling you that people have come, I'm feeling this for days, that they're begging you that life is not that difficult, that you have to step outside of yourself, that it feels extraordinarily difficult and you have the right to be in the pain that you're in, but that you're making things really complicated because you're sitting inside of your head, and that you have to look outside of yourself. And literally, that means grounding yourself in the moment, being present and mindful in the moment, but looking beyond your pain because you're so caught up in your own pain that you're not seeing past it, and it's swallowing you whole. And when we start to look past our pain and look to helping others, which I feel like is what's really going to pull you out of this, whether it's volunteering to help others and homeless people or people with disabilities, there's something that needs to pull you out of this vortex that you're in, this all consuming pain that you're in, because I understand it. I've been there, so let this moment be that pinpoint of light for you to know that you are loved so deeply, and it's not your time. So please don't do it. It's not your time. Please.
It's so true. It's so true. Lynn reached out to me to do this tonight for this specific reason. She feels it in her gut. You could see it. I mean, I'm in tears.
I'm
There's
trying to hold back my tears right now.
yeah.
There's
Um,
someone really in a lot of pain right
so
now.
whoever it is, feel free to reach out to Lynn. Feel free to reach out to me. We are here for you,
Right.
like she said, we won't charge you whatever. It's
That's right.
reach out because you are worthy, you are loved, you are Christine Fay says she's in tears and in pain.
Christine, I just got the chills through my whole body, honey. Okay, so that tells me that this message is for you. Okay, sweetheart, I know that you have been battered. I know, honey, that you've been battered. You've been bruised and you have been taken advantage of, and you look out your bedroom window and you ask yourself, like, why? Like, why? And I can't do this much longer, but you have to hold on because you have a much bigger purpose. I know it doesn't feel that way right now. I'm telling you, sweetheart, I have been there. I have been to the brink of the edge, and really, like, am so grateful that I didn't do it, that I didn't succeed, and that I am here today. And I'm here also to tell you this message, right? And to tell you that you have a much bigger purpose, but you have to look outside of yourself, right? And you have to let go of the past. You're really getting so caught up in the past that you're not able to see a future,
Yeah.
right? And it's consuming you. You cannot change the past. You cannot change it. You can't. So, what is it that you've learned from the past? What is it that you can share eventually with someone to help them when they're dangling at the precipice, right? And they're about to give up? But I feel like there's a calling for you here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
There's a
that's why
calling for you.
I was in that same situation myself many times.
Right?
You know, and look at us, giving messages. It's what you're going to be doing, when you step past this pain and receive the help that you need and believe in yourself and love yourself, you're going to be out there helping and healing too. I feel it. I feel
That's
it.
right.
Right?
So, this card is Bountiful Nature, which is a calling for you to really go outside and ground yourself in nature. Go for a walk. When we're depressed, we seclude ourselves in four walls, literally, right? We don't leave the house. We don't want to do anything. We don't even want to bathe. You don't want to do anything when you're depressed. And this card is literally calling to heal you. As part of it is nature. It's getting out, going for a walk, even if it's just walking to your mailbox. You have to get out of that room.
Yeah.
You need to hear that. You need to get out of that room. You need to get outside. You need to go for a walk, go for a hike, get in nature, go by the sea. If you're living anywhere that's close to the ocean, did that today after work. Okay, you
Good.
need to keep doing that. You need to keep doing that, honey, because you have a mission. You have a mission, and I don't want to burden that with you right now because you feel so fragile and you feel so depleted. So don't think of it as a burden, right? But think of it as a lifeline, right? Just pull yourself towards it. Don't feel like, how am I going to help anybody? I can't help myself right now. I'm really struggling. I don't want you to feel that way. But I want you to feel that it is something in your future to pull yourself towards, right? That little glimpse of hope,
Yeah.
that little glimpse of light. And it's time for you to go talk to somebody. I don't know if you're in therapy right now, but you need to go talk to somebody. You have a lot of healing to do. There's a lot of wounding there. There's a lot of wounding there.
I actually reached out to her 2 weeks ago and offered. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I saw something on her Facebook page and I reached out to her. So
It's so beautiful to do that.
hopefully
See?
she'll take that message. Yes.
Christine, there's angels, right? God sends us angels. My whole book that I wrote is about that. Different modalities of healing. I'm not going to do anything. I have a lot of support. I'm trying so many different modalities of healing. Okay. I have a lot of support. Oh, thank God you have a lot of support. You're so blessed to have a lot of support. So just don't give up, though. Okay. Please don't give up. And anybody else who's feeling that way, please don't give up. Please don't give up. Life is worth it. It really is. Life is worth it.
Marie did Mary she did write something about her son took his life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mary, it's funny you were saying that. And I pulled the Mary deck before she even said your name.
Ah.
And I pulled a card for you. And the card is exactly what you need to hear. It's mercy. Okay? Have mercy on yourself because Like I said before, we really beat up on ourselves when somebody suicides, especially a child. I can't even imagine the depth of your pain. It's probably so enormous. But
It's just Christine right now.
oh, Christine. Okay,
You
Christine.
fight them, yeah.
You fight them, baby. You fight them. You fight them. And you stand strong. You do the pose, the Superman pose, and you stand up, Superwoman, forget Superman, Superwoman, and you stand up straight and pull your chest back and you stand up straight. And that alone gives you the feeling of power, just standing up and just taking your power. But going back to the mom who lost her son,
Mary, yeah.
Mary, this card says, I'm kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. Really feeling that you have to let go of that guilt and that pain. There's nothing you could have done to change that trajectory, honey. There's just nothing you could have done. And sadly, he really was struggling, and don't blame yourself. I feel like you feel really guilty still to this day. And I know it's your child, and I know it's easier said than done, but he doesn't want you. He wants you to give yourself mercy. And he wants you to live for him, right? And live fully and live wholeheartedly and live in joy. I feel like you're missing joy right now in your life. Sunshine and I talked about this the last time, about happiness, right? Why can't I be happy? Happiness is an emotion. It's a fleeting emotion. Like anger, like sadness, right? Don't buy into the happiness conundrum, but buy into the joy, because you can have joy and still be sad and still be grieving and still be angry, but have an underpinning of joy.
Right.
Right? You can still have joy. You can still feel other emotions, but joy can transcend you through those emotions and get you through them. And that's what I feel like you're missing in your life right now. You don't have enough joy. You don't have enough joy. And your son wants you to have that. Your son wants you to have that. And I see Michael, which is probably Archangel Michael. I don't know if you believe in Michael.
She just adopted a dog, and she named him Michael. Because
So
of
that is your
Archangel
son.
Michael, yes.
That is your son telling you that he sees your dog. How would I know that? He showed me that name. So he likes the dog. He sees your dog. How beautiful. Look into Michael. Sometimes I feel like dogs are people who have passed. Sometimes I feel like they're inside of these animals. Like I had this dog, Reggie, and I swear to God, he was my father. And he died from the same cancer my father did, very young, just like my dad did.
Right.
I feel like if you look into this dog's eyes, I want you to think of your son. And just think that he's with you through this dog, Michael. Okay? Because how would I know the name Michael? Like, how would that name come to me?
And her son is Keith, and his middle name
is Michael.
Ah.
Oh my God. This freaks me out. I'm sorry. But
why? You should be used to it by now.
I'm not, because the names always come through to me, and it just always freaks me out. But
beautiful.
Please know, Keith.
Beautiful gift. Beautiful gift.
Look into that. Know that I really feel like sometimes our pets are our past loved ones. So lean into that and feel your son, Keith, through Michael, through that dog. Feel that unconditional love that Keith gives you, that Michael gives you, that's coming from Keith. Okay, honey? Please know that.
I love it. Yay!
All right, beautiful souls.
Now you need to go ground.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my God, it was my pleasure. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful
amazing night. Don't go away though. Don't go away. I want to talk to you afterwards. But
Okay.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone says thank you. If you didn't get a reading, we
I will
love
be on again,
you.
I
We've
promise,
been
and I will
on
let
for
you
an
know.
hour and 46 minutes. Lynn needs to go take a drink of something. But yeah, we'll be on again. Or Lynn might have her own show next time.
I think I think
Yeah,
spirit is moving me in that
you should.
direction.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll show you how to do it, love. I'll show you how to do it.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank everyone saying thank you, thank you, thank you. We
My
love you. We love you.
pleasure. Oh
We
my
love
God, my
you.
pleasure.
Have an
Thank you, guys.
amazing night, loves.
You will be okay, Christine. That
Yeah.
I know.